I think we should collectively reflect on the fact that we really don't know what our civilization would look like if it properly utilized the labor its people put out. Every day on the way to work, you see that the roads are filled up with people, but these people are going to jobs and are virtually doing nothing. Now, I know you're going to be like, I do something, you don't. See, because what you do, majority of y'all, is you go to work and you put forth your labor towards someone else's abundance. We got construction workers building buildings and building homes that are not going to be occupied for a smooth year or two because nobody wants to buy it at the price that it is, and the owner can afford to not have anybody live there, while simultaneously having a housing crisis. Usually housing crises mean that there are no houses, but we're pretending as if we don't have any control over the fact that people are living outside. You're working in grocery stores, but it's not like you get up and work hard to make sure that the people of your community are receiving the groceries that they need. You're working hard to minimize the amount of money that some man you've never met loses from people who can't buy food or can't get groceries. We got homeless people that are qualified to do a lot of things, but they don't have any opportunity to step into that because of respectability. You know, you got to have an address, you got to look a certain way, you got to smell a certain way in order to get a job. But at the same time, there are no real services to ensure that, and the services that are, it's treated as if it's a second nature, second thought thing, and not something that is a foundation to our civilization. If the labor that we put out while constantly working for all these different companies that are supposedly competing with each other, if all of that labor was put properly into their proper places, if we focused on making sure that every single child, every single person, and all the different abilities that they have is used in the proper places to make sure that they're happy with their placement as well. If we created a world like that, we'd also be creating a world where people didn't have to work 40-hour weeks. We'd be creating a world where people didn't always have to work 8-hour shifts or 10-hour shifts. We'd be creating a world where people can decide to not work for 6 months out of the year. You get what I'm saying? Because altogether, you don't have to work that much for a civilization to be sustained, especially when the civilization has as many people in it as we do. It's important to know that that competition that they want you to crave through capitalism is really you just chasing after something that is not real, which is money. It's not real. But because we are so stuck on this idea that we need to chase something for our entire lives instead of that thing being happiness, we are going to forever be in a rat race to hell, honestly. In a rat race to hell. Just think about it. That's all I'm saying. Think it through.